A bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, so she drip the swag goo. You a bad.
Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about two very important topics about Depop, which is one of my buyers got scammed, two, Depop's new algorithm. But before I get started, my name is Kyra. If you're new here, you should probably go subscribe. Also go follow me on my socials on Instagram, Depop, TikTok, everything else. I do music covers. I also obviously do Depop and fashion videos. Also, a little announcement, my first debut single, Retrograde, is going to be out on July 27th. I finally have a release date. Super excited about that. So if you like any of this, make sure to stick around. But today, I didn't really plan on making this video, but I thought it was like a very serious thing. So I'm going to talk about scamming, and I know I've talked about scamming before, but this one is just like really scary. But I'm just going to tell you the whole thing. I already asked this buyer. She was a previous buyer for me that bought a style bundle, and she had seen some of my YouTube videos where I talk about scamming, and she had messaged me the other day asking for some advice, and it was really alarming what like she told me. I told her I wouldn't insert her name, the other Depop user's name, or any screenshots due to privacy reasons, and I let her know this, and she's okay with me making this kind of video. So basically, she says that she saw my YouTube videos and she got scammed out of $400 by this Depop user, and she doesn't know what to do, and she said she had screenshots to prove that this happened. And so I tell her like some advice, like to make sure that she reports it, and if she did the transaction through PayPal via Depop. She said she did the transaction through PayPal family and friends and out of Depop. I thought I had buyer protection because it was through PayPal. And this is very confusing for like new Depop users, and even just like any kind of Depop user, because there's like two kinds of PayPal transactions: the business kind that I believe goes through Depop, and then the friends and family one, which is kind of different, well, pretty much different. So she tells me that they blocked her, but her sister can still access her account. She called her bank and they shut down her credit card, and she's filing a dispute. And she tells me they actually took $800. $800. How can you scam someone out of $800? Like, what kind of person do you have to be to do that, to scam anyone in general? Like, that's insane. And she tells me she's a big seller in Depop. I thought she's reputable. I want to get her account taken down. Do you think that's possible? And I was just like, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating to see people do this kind of thing, especially when they're a reputable seller. And I looked her up. This girl has 25k followers on Depop, 5-star reviews, probably like a lot of reviews, probably like in the hundreds, if not like in the high hundreds of 5-star reviews. And like she gets like hundreds of likes on most of her listings, and she has like very good quality like posting. Nothing seems like fishy or fraudulent from her profile, so that was really weird. So she says she's debating whether or not to call the local authorities in her area to get involved. I found her online. She's a pretty big seller, and Depop has around 26k followers. I tell her that I found her account and that I will report her, and then I told her that maybe you should give that a try. And then she says that she found the Facebooks of her family members, and she will be sending them messages and telling them that she will go to local authorities if she doesn't give her the money back. And I told her that I was so sorry for her to be scammed, and I really hope that she gets her money back. And she said, thanks for your support. I was wondering if I should make a post on my account about the scam. So my advice to her was that to be careful about posting screenshots on Depop, because Depop also has like, they've been sending out like Depop mail and like the messages and stuff. And I don't know if it was in a Depop mail, but Depop has really been like, it's in one of their like policies or something. I forgot where I was reading it. But basically, they're really against like people posting screenshots. So all of these ones that I've been showing, of people showing like conversations that they've had with scammers, Depop doesn't really like that, and they consider it, like, I guess, bullying. And they want to make Depop a safe community. I don't really agree with that. I think that it's important to show who these people really are and to like weed out the bad people in the Depop community that are like hurting other Depoppers. And this is the most serious case of scamming I've ever seen, and that's like really alarming. Like, it'd be different if like the seller just was like really shady and just like barely had any listings and like, you know, like the typical scammer kind of profile that kind of meets that criteria. But I completely understand where this buyer came from, thinking that she's completely reputable because she had all these things, and that's supposed to like reassure you. That's the purpose of Depop ratings, is to reassure you that this person is trustworthy. That's why we value ratings so much, because it shows that you can trust us. But now people like this buyer that scammed her of $800 is gonna make it very hard for people to trust any kind of Depop seller because of this, because they're gonna be hearing this story and how this buyer got scammed out of $800. So all I can say is that just, I don't even know, because like I looked through her reviews and literally all of them are like really good, like 5 stars. None of them complain about anything, not her most recent ones. Like, I scrolled back all the way to like maybe 20 weeks, unless I missed something, but I'm pretty sure that I didn't. And I was like really looking at this person, and I'm not seeing like scammer qualities, you know, and that's kind of weird. I don't really know like what to make of this one, but it's pretty crazy. I just hope that you guys really do buy safely on Depop as best as possible. Always do it through Depop. Never do Venmo, Zelle, or any of those Cash App, because those are really shady. If they want you to buy outside of Depop, do not buy into like, my PayPal isn't working, or my PayPal won't transfer to my bank account. You will probably feel better if you just didn't do the transaction at all and tell them that you'd wait until they get their problems resolved, or else there is no purchase. Just avoid anything outside of Depop. Do not do friends and family PayPal transactions. Only PayPal through Depop. That is hooked into your account on your settings. That just really breaks my heart that this buyer had to experience that, because she seems like such a sweet girl from like just the PMs that we've exchanged, you know, and no one deserves to be scammed. And it's especially a very hard time right now for people to be spending money, because some people still don't have jobs. Some people are still struggling. We really don't know what's gonna happen, and the state of the world isn't the best at the moment. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm not going to put her username because I do not want this to turn into something really bad, because look what's happening with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star and James Charles. But like, that's what I'm gonna be watching after this. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Depop's new algorithm, which I was not aware of. I didn't know that until I was looking at the comments of Depop's post a couple days ago. So I'm going to pull that up for you guys so you guys can read it. So it was like this Depop post, and for whatever reason, I was just looking at the comments for whatever reason. And this Instagram user, nothing new BNTG, which I'm assuming means vintage, said, "Why did you guys change your algorithm to not show the most recent refreshed items instead of who's the more popular account? This allows smaller brands not to grow and allows only the big accounts to get more sales. Why do that?" Okay, so I was like, what is Depop really going to be doing this right now? Like, are you really going to be doing this? So some people replied, and Deep Denim said, "Depop isn't answering any of the comments asking about the new algorithm. I guess they're totally fine with losing massive sales numbers and having sellers leave their app in droves." That's pretty whack. Sugoi Vintage says, bro, it's so aggravating trying to sort my searches to only show the most recently added listings so I can snipe them first before other heads, and it doesn't change the arrangement. A few things I'm gonna say about this. Algorithms are weird. Algorithms are deeply calculated, but yet they're also not at the same time. I am no means a computer person or someone that understands algorithms at all, but there's obviously a kind of thing that Depop algorithm likes, and it is what they like is what brings them in money. So yes, of course Depop's gonna be pushing the people that make the money. I think that's kind of like I've been knew that like a little bit, but what this person's saying is that now Depop is just showing like popular accounts, so ones that have like lots of followers, that have a bunch of sales that might not even be verified, but verified sellers are kind of being pushed, and obviously Depop's gonna push them. I think this is like really bad for sellers because now it's just gonna like pit us against each other, small sellers versus bigger sellers. And like personally, I've always said this, and when Depop asked us like a survey like maybe like 2 months ago, I told them that they should really give a spotlight to smaller sellers, to smaller brands, because like it's really hard for us to get out there and to like not be like just thrown in a puddle full of like other sellers. And most of us don't have that kind of like equipment to get that like perfect lighting and like just like studio quality stuff. Like most of us were like taking pictures on our phone, but we still want to do this. Like we love Depop, but just like give some attention to, you know, they're not bringing you in the most money, but they're putting like the, I don't want to say they're putting the most heart into it. I'm not going to say that bigger Depop sellers don't put any heart into it, but like we're doing it because we love to do it, and we haven't reached that state yet where we're able to do this as like a living, like as the bigger sellers, but we still like enjoy doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that like makes any kind of sense. And then so we're gonna look at another comment. So this one's from Caxanger4. Depop, why are you prioritizing top sellers over the rest? Your new algorithm is hurting sales and the success of smaller shops. Please revert to before. Okay, so yes, personally, I don't know if it's just because of this new algorithm or something, but yeah, my sales have like dropped like a lot. I don't know if it's because like I haven't posted for like 3 or 4 days because I've just been so busy with work. Normally I get like 5 sales a week, 5 to like 8 sales a week. That's how it's been for like the past month. And maybe it's just like all this new algorithm talk, but like maybe that's something. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. I was just like really disappointed with this. Like Depop means so much to me, and it's like it really does hurt coming from a seller who's kind of been there since like Depop's like starting to rise. And I'm not trying to be like, I was there before, this is cool, but like I was there before it was like really known and like cool, you know, like before it was really picking up in the US because it's based in the UK. But I'll probably make a video of why I started Depop and how I got into it, but right now it's just, I just think it's whack. Like it's completely whack. Like it's already hard enough to get anywhere in anyone's feed, to make a sale, to get someone to buy your stuff, and to stand out and to get that 5-star review. And it's just like, I feel like Depop are just so, it's just like pitting us against each other. And now I'm really starting to feel like the non-inclusive environment of Depop, and it's not as friendly as it used to be. And it used to be like my safe haven, kind of therapy for me, but like now it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty whack. But I did want to share something with you guys. So, Nothing New Vintage, the Instagram account that I read the comment from, had messaged me and they said, hey, I saw you liked on my comment on Depop's page yesterday regarding the new algorithm. We already have 400 plus people sign this petition to get change back, trying to help support small businesses like mine. And then they leave like the link to the petition, which will be in the description box. And I said that of course I will share this on my YouTube video, which I am doing now, and thank you for sending me this. So I think that's really cool that we can still, like, smaller sellers supporting other smaller sellers. Same thing on here on YouTube, which is kind of hard, but like smaller YouTubers supporting other smaller YouTubers. Yeah, so if you guys are a Depop seller, or if you guys just want to sign this petition, it will be in the description box to change.org. I'll link it, whatever. But I really hope you guys gain some insight about scamming and about the new Depop algorithm, which is pretty not cool. But that's the end of this video. So yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. What do you guys think about like the Shane Dawson thing? I'm like on, okay, like off topic, but like I don't know what to think about. Like, I'm super disappointed in Shane, like super I knew this was gonna come out because I was wondering like why no one talked about like what he did. But yeah, I knew something was up when he started hanging with Jeffree, but like I don't know. But I'm gonna watch the Peter Mon video right now, so yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's it today. So that's it. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.